Right, welcome to this video on updating the firmware on the Voyager Pro UC, Plantronics Voyager Pro UC headset. So just go to Google, enter MyHeadsetUpdater. It will take you to Plantronics. Just enter go to the first result. It'll take you to this page here, MyHeadsetUpdater page, and then just pick your device. Go down to Voyager Pro UC, press go. These are the things you can personalize, get started. So the first step is to download and install MyHeadsetUpdater on your PC. It's not a program that will actually be available on your PC to uninstall, but it will be used as an interface to your headset to install the firmware. The whole thing is done through a browser. So then you connect your headset to the PC's USB port, and then you do the business. So let's go to start. Okay, I'm going to download this. Okay, so one very important thing you have to be aware of here is that you should go to your download, but don't just open this by clicking on it as it is. Go to the download folder, open the containing folder. It will take you to the folder that the file is in. And what you have to do is you have to right click on the file and then run as administrator. There's no point in running it just like that with left click, because you need administrator rights. Even though you may be registered logged in on your PC as an administrator, you have to right click on the file and run it as an administrator as well. Otherwise you will get an error halfway through the process. So let's run that, just accept that. This is showing it in German because the operating system is German on my PC. Notice I haven't got my headset connected at all yet. I'm just installing this MyHeadsetUpdater software from Plantronics. Waiting for the updater to be installed. That means successful in German, so I'll close that. So the next process. Okay, so let's just see if it's going to recognize this software. It's not recognizing it yet. I'm going to continue. See what happens. Okay, so I think it's just recognized it. I'm going to connect my headset to the PC. And at the moment it's not being recognized. So try it again. Oh, and all of a sudden it says connected. So it's recognized the headset as being a Voyager Pro UC. So I had to click on continue 3 times there. It wasn't very intuitive, but just try it. But the main thing is here, from now on, do not disconnect your headset. Whatever you do, do not unplug it. If you think it's taking too long or it's not working, just leave it. In the worst case, just leave it for half an hour if you think if it's taking so long. Because if you do unplug it, then you will ruin your headset if it's just in the process of swapping out the firmware. Because if you unplug it, you will have no finished firmware on your device, and you cannot use it, and you cannot use it to install another firmware. So it may take a few minutes, and do not disconnect your headset. Let's go to continue. It will be reading the settings on the headset. There we go. So I haven't done this in a while. It says a firmware update is available and will be installed if you proceed. Okay, so I'm going to leave this at US. I just like the accent better. Location, vocalist service. I'm just going to leave that also. Mute prompt. Smart sensors, yes. So there's not a lot of options compared to the Voyager Legend, which I did in my other video. I'm just going to go and update the headset. I don't have any info on the actual version I have at the moment, or the version I am being given, so I'm just going to update it. Here we go. So we have current firmware version 54 and the target is 97, so it's quite a big leap, assuming that each one of these numbers would be a version update. Okay, English US. This is another mute prompt, another summary of all my selections and all the stuff that's going to happen, and another warning: do not unplug the headset or power your computer off. If you have a dodgy power supply, then maybe try it on a laptop and keep the battery in, so that if the power goes off, then the laptop will not turn off. Do not also close the browser. So this, as I said, this whole thing's running from your browser. The the MyHeadetSetUpdater software is running on your computer, but it's not a software program like Internet Explorer or Chrome that you can click on or uninstall. Well, you can uninstall it, but it's not that you can start it. It's already started, and the whole thing is running in the moment through Chrome. Through Firefox. And I have to keep this open or the whole thing will just crash and it will damage your headset. So let's go and update. So we'll save the headset settings and do the update process, and this could take a few minutes, so I'm not going to leave the video running. I'm going to pause it. So here we see that it's enabling the upgrade mode. So it's not upgraded yet. Now it's installing the new firmware. So it's overwriting the old firmware with the new one. And obviously, I think at this point it will be changing my settings, if at all, if I have changed any at all, which I didn't. I left them all as they were. I actually don't think I've ever updated the software on this headset, and it's about 4 years old, so I think it's about time. So I'm working with the browser while this is doing this, and just as a precaution, I'm going to go up to Firefox, right click on the tab, and I'm going to click on protect this tab, just so that there's no X, there's no close tab button, so the whole tab is protected. I cannot by accident close it because I usually have a lot of tabs open, so that's what I normally do on very important processes like this. So in this step it's verifying the new firmware. So it's it has copied the new firmware to the headset and it's just verifying it. And in this step it's restoring the standard operating mode and waiting for the firmware to load up again so that I have a functioning headset. So it should be finished. The scroll bar, the process bar is almost full. Now it's writing the settings that I could have changed here, but I didn't. I left them as they were, these settings. And we should almost be finished. Right, okay, update is successful. I can disconnect the headset from the PC. Or I can update another device, which I will actually do, because I will update the Plantronics Voyager Legend, which I have done in another video. But I think there are so many updates that I will have to do this more often. Okay, so any questions then please leave a comment below. Thanks. I'm just going to pull out the headset, just check again. Yeah. So that's me just disconnected the headset. Nothing's happening. Okay, it's showing me disconnected. And update another device. I'm going to go to exit. That's it.